Our primary school was putting together a cookbook of all like people's home recipes and stuff, and there was a competition about designing the cover of it, and everyone kind of was drawing and stuff, and I did a picture of this donut or whatever, and I like won a page in it. I was so happy. They announced it on the intercom, and I was like chuffed. My name is Niall Byrne. I'm a 19-year-old artist from Dublin. I only really have done art in school. So I did it in primary school. You do it like every Friday or something, and then I did it as a junior cert subject, and then for my leaving cert as well. Art in the leaving cert is to a pretty high standard. They don't do oil painting though. Like most schools wouldn't facilitate oil painting because there's fumes and smells, and the drying time is really long, so it takes like hours for oil painting to dry, and you know, art classes are 40 minutes, so it's not practical to do oil paint, so everything's in acrylic, which is very, very different to oil paint. The process of an oil painting is a long one. Normally, like, people work in different ways and people have their own process, but for me, what I do is I will tone the canvas, then I will do an underpainting, and then after that I will do another layer of like thicker paint that goes on top of the underpainting that has all the colour in it. What fascinates me with oil painting is definitely playing with texture. I love the way oil paint, you can use really thick swatches. I like always use palette knives as well. You can lay on the paint really thickly. Sometimes I'll even smudge it with my finger. Sure, like I get covered in it. Like I have a jumper, and how I paint is, it's kind of funny. So I kind of paint, and then instead of using a tissue, I just like clean my brush on my jumper. So I have this one jumper that's just like covered in paint swatches. Sometimes what I do as well is I'll go up to a mirror and hold the painting up in the mirror. And when you see it in the mirror, it's like you're looking at a new painting, you don't recognize it in the mirror. I'd say I spend more time standing back and, you know, looking at it than I would, you know, working. It feels so satisfying when I complete a painting. It's just such a relieving moment when you're finished. But then sometimes it can be, you don't really feel like you're finished with a painting. You know, there's some paintings that I have in the back there and I'm still not fully satisfied with it. But when you get to that point of being fully satisfied, it's an indescribable feeling. Unless it's terrible, then no one sees it and it goes under the bed.